Hello everyone! The topic for this week is all about Effeminophobia. What it is all about and how does it relate to the film I am producing, which is Follow, Lead, Love. But first, I would like to introduce you to my favorite pink unicorn named Aurora. Say hi to everyone, Aurora. Hey! Anyways, so let's go back to the topic of Effeminophobia.
Effeminophobia is fear of the feminine or womanliness and the behaviors, gestures, presentation, and identifying traits that are associated with the female gender. It's far more pervasive than most realize, and it starts young, and it is not limited to men displaying and reinforcing this phobia as you might think.
Prince William says George absolutely loves ballet. I have news for you, Prince William. We'll see how long that lasts.
The first time I wear ponchos, it was in rehearsal. It was not as terrifying as the first time I have to do it on stage. And dressing as a ballerina, it was the next challenge. The truth is, we love dancing. That's what I felt. It's not about dressing up as a girl, it's about dancing, it's about the love for dance.
There's this article I found in Sussex Research talking about Effeminophobia in the world of dance, and there's this interesting part of the research. It quoted a statement by a Canadian dance legend, and I quote, "Whether you are gay or straight, I don't like to see effeminate dancing on stage." It's interesting to put a perspective that homophobia is not really an issue in the world of dance. It is more of effeminophobia that presents itself as a hindrance in integrating dance to our current gender and the politics of sexuality. Abdiel, our male subject for Follow, Lead, Love, him wearing heels and equally sharing the power and responsibilities of a follower and a leader to his dance partner, Christine, does resonate as far as expanding the conversation in terms of what does it have to do with the overall beauty of ballroom dancing. Should the world of ballroom dancing also need to evolve together with our current gender, sex, and sexuality politics in order to stay relevant? What do you think?
What do men without father figures do? They act like women to get male attention. So you feel very comfortable on women because women get attention from men. And the process just continues. And you're never going to challenge, you're never going to upset that because you've adopted this feminine, everyone's right, let's talk this out, let's empathize with each other. And you also, along with your emotional issues you have,
There's a growing but silent epidemic affecting middle-aged adults that has debilitating mental and physical effects. And that's emotional isolation. And those effects are being felt by men most of all.
I've been studying social emotional development for about almost 30 years. Interviewing boys about their relationships, their friendships, the kinds of things that are important to them.
Best friend for me is usually someone that I can talk to, be relaxed with, chill. But I would also like a best friend to be communicative. Like, we also have to tell each other and be honest with each other on what we think of ourselves or like any topic, you know.
As boys got older, they began to tell a very different story. So they really articulate the bizarre expectations we have of boys as they get older, that they should disconnect from their innate emotional acuity, their emotional sensitivity, in order to become a man.
There was a time where I was completely isolated.
Isolation is devastating for everybody. There's stunning findings that isolation is a huge predictor of all sorts of health problems.
In 2000, 20% of Americans reported feeling lonely. In 2010, that rate had grown to 37% for men.
the stereotype of being a man. He's supposed to be stronger than everyone. He's supposed to like be the best.
I was being told a lot to start growing up, becoming a man, a mature individual who's a male shouldn't show their emotion. The pressure to act a certain way can be hard at times, and to feel like you're maybe not doing things right, or you're never going to be a real man or a man's man.
Being a teenager, you're like supposed to, you keep your feelings to yourself, and it kind of causes like a lot of sadness, depression.
The culture of hypermasculinity that we've created, we as people living in this culture have created, we've taken basic human capacities, which is to think and to feel, and we've given them a gender. And we've made thinking into a masculine thing and feeling into a feminine thing, which doesn't make any sense because all humans think and feel.
We're told to live a kind of incomplete human experience where we're only thinking or we're only feeling.
The boys tell us the story. They tell us the entire story of what happens. They begin to enter into a culture that asks them to disconnect from the very things they need the most to thrive.
What's important is how we define ourselves as men and what manhood means. Really listen to yourself and listen to what you're feeling and talk about how you're feeling with your family or with your friend. That it's never too late to open up to anyone, no matter what your age is.
If we get back to listening to 13 and 14-year-old boys, they offer us the solution. They reveal that we are human, and boys are human, and they have the enormous capacity to be connected to their feelings.
Follow Lead Love, as I have mentioned several times from my previous video, blogs, and social media postings, does resonate beyond the world of dance. The video excerpts I just showed from Church Militant and NBC News Think in Toxic Masculinity and Loneliness in America are men dancing world, real life social cultural discussions. And Follow Lead Love is a film that does tackle those nuances. We would like for our viewers and audiences, you, to not only get entertained by dancing, but also make you think beyond that and help open a space for conversations to discuss relevant cultural and social issues in our society. Another video excerpt I'd like to show is from HuffPost's perspective entitled, What It Means to Be Gay and Femme. I do feel that this is an important issue for discussions, especially among the gay community. I myself can personally relate and have witnessed it happened amongst some of my gay friends.
Masculinity was so prized. If you're telling me that I'm femme, like I was raised by beautiful, smart, intelligent, fierce women, like are you saying that that's a bad thing, that I'm like them? And I think it's us as a society, our deep fear of the power of women, and anyone who's displaying feminine traits, we're telling them that they're less than because in our deepest heart, like we know that that makes them infinitely more powerful. People really informed me that I was gay before I really knew that I was gay, and I think the reason for that is because they were picking up on traits that they assumed to be feminine, and thus they assumed to make me gay. So I just remember being really young and being teased for having a high voice and teased for the way I walked. My first understanding of what it meant to be gay was also an attack. And at the same time, I would be on dating apps and I would see a lot of no femmes and mask only. And so what that means is no femmes, no feminine people, and mask only, masculine only. If you were to say like, you know, oh, I didn't even know that you were gay, I felt like so many people would take that as a compliment. And I was like, why is that a compliment? Like that must speak to, you know, your self-hatred, that to be markedly gay is a bad thing. I want to give other people permission to say like, your story is worth telling and you should, because telling my story has completely changed my life. I'm me. I'm unapologetically me.
The topic Effeminophobia does require conversations. This video blog only gives us a small glimpse about this relevant social issue. Please email, DM me, or comment if you have any personal experience or know someone. We would like to hear from you. Thank you so much to all my video excerpts, resources like the NBC News and HuffPost, as well as reading and reference materials from Sussex Research and Taylor Anders' blog on Effeminophobia. Now, I would like to show each and every one of you, once again, the sizzle initial trailer for FollowLeadLove. But first, we are asking you to continue making your tax-deductible contributions via Fractured Atlas fiscal sponsorship. See link below, or click in bio, or become one of our investor partners by contacting me at followleadlove@transcendence.com, or call me at 1-240-601-6798. Two great options for you to choose from. And please share this to everyone you know. Also, follow us on Instagram at FollowLeadLove. We will be officially posting our first official post soon, and you don't want to miss it. Thank you once again. Together, we can complete this project. For our success is your success.
This is what I was meant to do, be a professional dancer. As a woman, once you hit 40, you are not viable anymore. I was not finding those opportunities in the world I had known for so long.
My homosexuality was still an issue. My race was still an issue. And I was just like, wow, well then where can we be free?
Let's welcome Appeal, Jacob, and Christine.
It's been a dream of ours to compete in the ballroom circuit. We understand that men lead and women follow. So for us, our goal is to break that barrier.
In 2020, our aspiration is that our message of connecting and being authentic and being unafraid, that will inspire more people.
It shouldn't be the male is the leader and the female is the follower. It's lead follow. I mean, it doesn't matter.
He was dancing in heels. Sorry, I was like a dude in heels, and she's like, no. He's not only leading in heels, he's leading and following.
We're trying to be our highest self by giving our truth.
This is my sister Rico. We are just walking around in Hell's Kitchen, my old neighborhood. I really don't know where to go right now.